I count myself as a goat farmer now. I only started in 2019 and still very much in the growth and learning stage. And in this journey, what I've discovered is that when people come on board and they want to become goat farmers, they mainly want to know 2 or 3 things. Is it doable? Can I do this? Is it profitable? Am I going to make money out of this? And is it sustainable? Is there a sustainable market for this business? Now, I'm just going to talk very briefly about 2. Is it doable? And is it sustainable? Is it profitable? Well, that's a topic for a whole day. You know, I think because there's a lot of yes, but, and then this, and then that. Yeah? Depending on your individual setups. And I'm really speaking to somebody who is just starting out in the journey. Maybe if I can have a show of hands, who is really new to this and they want to make a start? Who is just one? Yeah, so there's quite a number. Yeah, people just embarking on the journey. In the world of social media, where we all watch YouTube channels, it's virtually impossible to really learn and understand the business. So events such as these help to build up on that knowledge which we pick up, you know, from Facebook, from YouTube, and so on. So what I would like to emphasize to those people just starting out in the journey is that use this opportunity to network, to visit other farmers who are already doing it. I can't emphasize this enough, that it's important to build a community, to build your own network, link up with people who are doing it, visit their farms, not just one farm, visit as many, visit every year, make it a target. Every year I'm going to visit 10 farms. Once a year, we all get ourselves organized and we go to South Africa. Who wants to come to South Africa with me? We go and spend time at Gacheni's farm. We go and spend time at Mpofu's farm. Yes? We go to Zikomborero farms on their open learn and share days. And of course, let's not forget, I almost forgot to introduce myself properly. There's Willembe farm as well. You're always welcome. Let's do that. So this is the bit that I'm addressing. Is this doable? Yes, it's doable. If I can do it, if Gacheni can do it, if Ilan Zagiti can do it, we can did it too, as I once heard. Yeah, we can all done it or did it. We can all do it. So this is the bit where I'm saying, is it doable? Because people always say, yes, you can. You can kwanisa it. It can be done. But I won't go into the detail of the profitability of the business because it's got so many variations onto it. But you know, we are not short of talent to guide us on the business aspect of running a profitable goat breeding enterprise. On the sustainability issue, a lot of us, when I say a lot of us, I count myself in the space because although I started farming in 2012, having come from a nursing background, I still consider myself new into farming. When you compare with somebody who was born into farming, dating decades and generation, they're a 4th generation farmer, they're a 3rd generation farmer, we are all still new in a sense. So it's important to understand that when you go to farming, what are the challenges? What are the challenges that face farmers? When I first started farming, and please, for those who know the chicken story, I won't bore you with the details of that, because that was my first venture, which I dived into head first. 10,000 chickens equals 10,000 US dollars in 6 weeks. And I thought, wow, if I do this a couple of times, I'll be a millionaire. Yes, let's do this. But I learned the hard way, right? I learned the hard way. We must get the knowledge, we must get the understanding, we must understand the finances. We must understand that money in your hands when you receive it is not your money to go and blow, to go on holiday with. And I learned the hard way. Remember, I said I'm a nurse. And as nurses, we're not concerned about budgets and planning for finances. My job is to keep my patient comfortable. My job is to keep my patient alive. My job is to keep my patient pain-free. I don't care how much it costs, right? But we cannot do that in farming. And I don't know how many of you actually come from a business background that are coming into farming. I came from nursing. I don't know where else you are coming from, and I don't know what kind of financial knowledge you have. But it's important that we get that knowledge. And there's no shortage of support of where we can get it from. But not only that, longevity is key. Let's aim for the long haul. Let's understand that farming in general is something that takes time to build up on. To really start to reap the benefits, you need to give it time. I won't go into too much detail about that because I think Masimba is going to talk a little bit about that. I don't know where Masimba is. Yeah, I won't go into too much detail about investing in the time. Give it time, allow it time. Allow your business to grow before you start eating the seed in Hlanyelo Mbeo. Yeah? The mistake that most of us make is that we start dipping into the mbeo and we eat that. And then we do not have seed to continue growing our enterprises. I also acknowledge that this is a real challenge for the youth. Maybe for some of us, the older ones, we already have something that can sustain our businesses. Either we've already got work, or we've already got other businesses that can sustain your goat business as you grow it. But for a young person starting today and saying, I want to go into goats, they want to know, how soon can I make money out of this? So it's about maybe looking at other side hustles. When I say side hustle, I think most young people understand, you know what I'm talking about, because you're hustlers. So it's important to have something that maybe has a quicker return in investment, that can give you profits, that can give you something to help you grow your herd, right? Otherwise, you get into a situation whereby you think, oh my goodness, I really need to pay the rent. Maybe let me just sell what I have and be done with it. Yeah. Look at things that are in synergy with your goat breeding business. Again, I won't go into detail about that because I believe Prudence may well be having that within his presentation. But most important of all, as I finish my presentation here, let's pay attention to the climate. I think in Zimbabwe, we all know we are drought prone. But what happens every time we are hit by a drought? Sesi twali mkono. I don't even know how to say it in English or even in Shona. But do people understand what I mean? My way, drought. You know, that sort of thing. We just need to move away from that. We need to be proactive and understand that at some point during your farming journey, drought will strike and it will affect your operations. I don't know who here has had to scale down a bit because of drought. I know I have. I haven't even reached a point where I can afford to sell my breeding females, but I had to in order to maintain my herd, healthy, because I've had to supplement more than I've had to do ever since I started because of the drought. My veld is gone. Yeah? So if each and every one of us can do something at our farms, we harvest water, I don't know, we dig swales, we have weirs, we do absolutely everything in our power to keep the water within our farms. It will make a difference. We won't see it tomorrow, but it's something that we might see in 10 years, and we would have achieved something for either for ourselves or for the next generation of farmers. I can talk of next generation farmers because of my age. I would have done something, and we need to do something about it. So let's pay attention to the climate, pay attention to your rainfall, invest in, what's that thing you use for measuring rainfall? What's it called? A rain gauge. I don't know whether to say who has a rain gauge or who doesn't. If you don't have a rain gauge, get one today and start recording the first day that you had rain at your farm and how much you've had. Do this all the time for the next 10 years and you'll be a successful farmer. I guarantee you that. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of the day.